Hilary, thank you for joining us on No Stone Unturned today. My first question for you is just tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Stonepillow.
So my name is Hilary Bartle. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for Stonepillow. The Chief Executive's role is to run the organisation on behalf of the Board of Trustees, and that means ensuring the day-to-day operations of the services are managed effectively, and that I have the responsibility for implementing the strategic intent of the board.
What are your aspirations for Stonepillow over the next 5 years?
So we've come a long way. Over the last 5 years, a lot has changed. We've developed new services, we've opened new buildings, we've opened a new hostel in Bognor, we've opened a new building down in Chichester, we've opened a range of services, but it's all very much based on the people and their needs who we see. So my hope and plan for the next 5 years is to do a number of things. One is to continue to try and develop services to meet the needs of our clients, and we see those needs getting greater. But the second thing is that in this part of the world we have a massive housing shortage. So housing supply is the big issue for us. That people are provided with a service at the front end, but when they're coming towards the end of their journey and needing a home of their own, the supply just isn't there. So we need to work with our partners, with developers, with local authorities to really try and ensure that we have single person accommodation as a top of the agenda, not just in Arran and Chichester but across West Sussex, to meet the needs of those who find themselves, through no fault of their own, in a position of homelessness. And so we can actually meet that demand, because as it stands at the moment, the demand outstrips the supply, and we've got to get that balance right. So what would success look like, and what's my next plan over the next 5 years? To continue with our five pillars, but to add on an addition of ensuring we can find housing supply to meet the demand.
What are the most rewarding aspects of being CEO of Stonepillow?
I think it's being part of an organisation which has been around for 32 years, with a very strong vision for ending rough sleeping, with an amazing bunch of staff and colleagues who I work with some really impressive partners that we work with and volunteers, all working towards a common aim to end rough sleeping and support people who are homeless into enabling them to make choices and have control of their lives again. So that's the most rewarding thing, when you actually see somebody who started out without a home, probably feeling that they'd lost everything, had no confidence, lost their self-esteem and self-worth, and see them on their journey to becoming a person and fulfilling their true potential, having their own home, having a job, having a stable life, and being self-sufficient. And I think that is the most rewarding part, seeing someone through that journey and knowing we've got a strong team of people, be they volunteers or strategic partners or staff, behind that.
What does success look like for you in your role?
Success to me is about ending rough sleeping. That has to be the core purpose of our role as CEOs or as an organisation. And ultimately, success would be not having to have charities that work with people who are homeless. So actually not having a job. That would be success. In reality, I've been working in housing and homelessness for over 40 years. And the reality is that that isn't the case for many reasons. So what we have to focus on, and what we focus on at Stonepillow, is our 5 pillars. One is to prevent people becoming homeless. So success would be to reduce the number of people who are becoming homeless in the first place. The second thing is about relieving and helping people who have become homeless to not have to live on the streets, to be able to have accommodation which they can go into, and to be able to leave from that a pathway to recovery and independence. And I suppose the final two stages, as one would be around successfully housing people into suitable and appropriate accommodation. So that's not always their own home. It's a place they can call home, but it might be different types of models of care and support that they need in the future. But the big thing for me is that they have their self-esteem, their confidence and self-worth actually restored to them and are able to feel confident and comfortable living in a community.
What advice would you give someone thinking about working for Stonepillow?
So what I would say is, and I remember when I first joined, not just Stonepillow, but working in the homelessness sector, it was about, if you want to make a difference, if you want to come to work and know that every moment that you're in work is going to change somebody's life, is going to help somebody or enable somebody to get back on track, however long it might take, but you are there to support and facilitate that change. If you want to work with the most amazing bunch of compassionate and kind people, if you want to volunteer your time or have a career in this type of work, then Stonepillow is a place for you. The opportunities that we can provide people with, be they volunteering opportunities or paid work opportunities, is immense. So you could work in our retail stores, our shops, our outlets, either in the warehouses or on the vans or on customer facing services, which is great and such a positive environment to be in. You can work as a support worker in our services, be they specialist nature, be they our hostels, our specific dedicated focused roles such as mental health roles or domestic abuse roles. Or if you want to work in our back office, such as the comms roles or the fundraising roles or the admin roles, we have opportunity for everybody. And the big thing about Stonepillow is that everybody, wherever they're working, the common aim is that we're ending rough sleeping and we are delivering compassionate, caring services to those who are vulnerable in our community.